She's the president of Caribbean Credit Repair Association. Dennise, are you there? Ooh, you are gorgeous. And the glasses. I like it. What is that? Cheetah print.
Thank you.
Okay. All right now. There's a little piggy in the background. See, you my kind of friend. I like that. I got 2 guinea pigs. I can see it already. You a plant lover and an animal lover.
Yeah.
I love that. Anyway, you're also the, like I said, president of a Caribbean Credit Repair Association. First of all, for those who are new, because we have young people listening, what is the importance of good credit? Because some people feel like, I cash my pay for everything. I don't need no credit. All right, talk to me about that first.
Listen, your credit worthiness is an asset, okay?
Yeah.
Because, most of us don't have the money to pay for everything one time.
Yeah.
And your job is to get what you need out of life and pay the least amount of interest in order to get it.
Yeah.
So your credit worthiness means you can walk in the bank, have a conversation, and get a new car, your education, your house at the cost that's not something that's going to burden you, right? So you want to keep your interest rates low.
Right.
And you want to borrow as much as you can based on your earnings.
Yeah.
And you want an easy, smooth process. That's what your credit worthiness gives you.
Yeah, but you can't say what you can't say what you said so fast. When you said based on your earnings, because I know some people only heard you say borrow as much as you can.
Based on your earnings, based on your documented earnings too. We are in a world where everything needs to be documented.
Yeah, absolutely. And documented earnings, because you have to say that, because sometimes people want a loan so bad that they make up, earnings to get in there, and then they end up putting themselves in a bigger pigeonhole than ever thought. And that's the worst thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, when we talk about taking loans and we talk about credit, I don't think people even talk about the difference between your personal credit and business credit, because some people try to start a business and they're always doing it with their personal credit and they have no knowledge of what business credit is. So can you tell me a little bit about the difference with those two things?
Okay, so you have to look at, or you got to train yourself to look at your business as another asset. Literally everything in your life is an asset. Everything in your life is a blessing. If you take it as a burden, you're going to be in an energy where you make not awesome decisions.
Right.
So your business credit is literally having a bank account, having everything you do in your business run through that bank account so that you can show the banker, listen, this is what my business is doing, and I need a loan based on that. Now, you may start off with your personal money. That's cool. But it is so super critical in this environment that we're in that you get a business bank account as soon as possible.
Yeah. And get business loans. I heard late in life, and that's the thing. I'm irritated by it because I didn't think about it growing up. But as an adult, when you start to hear people say Black people don't teach their children financial security or things like that, it's actually true. Not all, of course, there are a few, but largely we do not teach our children about these things, and it's in part because a lot of us don't even know it to teach our kids.
We're under burdens. We're under heavy emotional burden.
Exactly. And the one key to life I heard that I wish I knew when I was younger is never spend your own money.
Well,
that's what I heard from a business person.
Strategy.
Yeah, that's what
you have to have a check. Because some people just go around and beg other people their money, and that you don't keep friends like that, right?
Yeah, but some of them started their whole business that way. Beg this friend, this, and never spent a dime of theirs, and just kept all of it in profit. Not everybody's gonna have that luxury, but however, if you can find ways to spend less of your own money.
Listen, if you can have a plan, listen, right now, I can comfortably say to people, if you document what you're doing, you can grow your wealth 1%, minimum 1% a month.
Nice.
Okay? Because and make sure you have friends at minimum, or associates or mentors or a paid coach that is going to keep you on that track. It can be done. 1% may not seem like a lot because, way back in the day, everybody's trying to get 10% a month of their money.
Yeah.
But we're looking at a holistic part of your life. You have a business or a
and
side
long
hustle,
term.
your salary.
Yeah.
So many people are in jobs and not happy with the jobs. And so they start a little side business, but then they're bringing the same unhappiness over to the side job.
Yeah.
You need to, it's a process. It's a training. You have to train yourself to look at things differently.
And not be afraid to fail. And not be afraid to fail. Because if you tried and it didn't work this time, try again. You know, so if you love baking, like for instance, simple put, you love to bake, baking is your thing, go home and bake a bunch of stuff, put it in a little pretty package you can get from the little cheap store down the block and put a little price tag on it. Bring it to work. Just see what happens. It doesn't hurt.
Everything is a lesson.
Everything.
But what I will say is whether you're working on cleaning up your credit, because there's a lot of persons that's on the edge. They haven't done the best that they can do with their money, but there's hope. Your debt situation is not permanent, and your debt situation is not who you are.
No, and on top of that, if you take the steps, people, I don't know, I know in the U.S., I'm sure in Jamaica, but I know in the U.S., if you take the steps and you talk to women like Dennise Williams, there are little loopholes and buckets that you can dodge to make sure you get your credit back online. A lot of people you owe money are willing to work with you as long as something.
Listen, there is literally 12 actions that I take my clients through. And one of the 12 is going to get them what they want.
I love that.
That is what we do every day.
I love that.
We work with people. But here's the thing. A lot of people come and they come when it's at the end. So they need something done in 7 days. Not going to happen.
No.
Process, right? But I'm telling you, there are at least 12 steps. One of them will work for you in your situation. And then guess what happens? You see, after we do one of the 12 steps with our clients and we get them out, the next thing we have to do is we got to work on behavior change.
Right. Yes, that's important.
You get money the same way you did that got you in the debt problem.
Yeah, I know. That's right. You're talking to me right now.
Okay.
Yes. That's the stage I'm at.
Means, tracking your money, looking at the assets you have, getting better skills, literally stepping up.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now, real talk though, a lot of people with credit problems have financial problems too. So when they want to talk to people like you, automatically they just don't, because in their head it's going to cost them something that they can't even afford to pay their bills. How am I going to afford somebody like that to help me fix my? How does that work?
It's like it's a chicken and egg situation.
Yeah, hamster on a wheel.
Bad advice is free. And you're in a bad situation and you can stay there for free. You know what I'm saying? And if you broke your foot, would you say I'm not going to the doctor and I'm not going to buy pain medication? No, you will find the money because your foot is broken. So for my clients who make up their mind and say, you know what, I'm living here in Jamaica. I need my money to grow. I need my debt to shrink.
Yes.
I need something new and fresh. That's the people I work with because they're ready for a change.
Yes, ma'am.
And you'd be surprised at what things cost. It's not some things are extremely expensive and then some things are free.
Yeah.
But if people don't ask,
you never
they
know.
just presume and then maybe they're happy in their unhappiness. And they're not ready for change. You see, when somebody's ready and they are saying, look, I've had enough. I'm tired of the phone calls and the people, the bill collectors calling me. In some instances, the phone calls of the people who they owe in terms of the bill collectors, it's not even legal phone calls. And they don't even know
that's
it.
Right.
They're in stress, they can't sleep, and did not even know that some of the actions being taken, they're giving up their rights.
They could literally have stopped it if they would have just stopped to find out the information. And then moreover, this is what I want people listening to understand. When you put yourself in that position and now where you're overstressing over a phone call or you're overstressing over an email, you stop yourself from doing other great things. So you further dig your hole deeper.
Listen, you signed a paper that said you must pay back the loan. You did not sign to give away your rights.
to live.
So many Jamaicans are being trampled on with their rights. It's not funny. Okay? You must pay back. This is not about escaping.
Yeah, you got to pay back, but that doesn't give anybody a right to deal with you.
You didn't sign up for fees.
Amen.
And you didn't sign up for a lot of the actions that's being taken against people. You did not sign. You don't give away your rights. And a lot of people don't call for help because they assume
or they feel shame. They assume, but they also feel shame. They feel shame.
They do. But then they cover the shame by saying, oh God, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Right? So you owe a teacher with a salary of $90,000 a month has debt of $4.56 million. Right? And then she says, you know what? This $6 million is bigger than me. I'm now ready to get some help.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what, and you find that happens a lot. So the expensive money is easy to get.
Right.
Because it's expensive. And so people open themselves to abuse.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're already paying heavy interest rates. And now you're afraid to answer the phone.
And once they know that, once they know they can trigger you like that, they're gonna be calling you like a hawk. Like once they know,
it doesn't stop until you stop it.
Yeah,
it doesn't stop. Or there's the other side, somebody who's skimming water. You know what I mean? So they're able to pay their bills, and they may have a little 5,000 and so after their salary. And I'm not talking about somebody with salary of 90,000. I mean, I have clients who are earning 9 million Jamaican a year and barely coping.
Yeah.
So financial planning is not about low income.
Sajay's looking at me.
It's literally about
my engineer is like, how is that possible? No, just because you have 9 million, you might have a lot of expensive and bills and houses you
bought. Stories.
But I don't feel bad for them though. I don't feel bad for people with that much in the bank and when they go into debt. There's a couple of situations where things happen unexpectedly, but for the most part, it's usually them overreaching. Oh, they want a really big house. They want the fancy car. I don't feel bad for them. I more am concerned about those people that are in debt and more concerned about the people in the ghetto, in the hood, because the wages for them are so low and people need cars. People need cars to get around, or, there's so many things that is needed, or even just to get out of the hood and buy a little piece of property, a little piece of land, or get a proper business. These are the things we want to talk about, and I wish I had more time with you. So next Wednesday, we got to do this again because I got to go to commercial break. I know we got to do this again. Where can people find you?
Remember, you do not give up your rights.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. What's your social media? Where can people find you?
Okay, it's Credit Repair Services. You can find us on Instagram.
All right. So people, go ahead and give them a call. It doesn't hurt just to have a conversation. It ain't going to charge. They ain't going to charge you for the phone call, are they? No, they ain't going to charge you for that.
Right.
Just sell a flow mic, though. Yes, check her out on the Instagram. Say what the Instagram is one more time.
Credit Repair Services.
All right, Credit Repair Services. That was Dennise Williams, president of Caribbean Credit Repair Association.